I wanted to start off talking about charity and your foundation, and what I find most amazing about it is you actually started it your junior year of college.
Yeah.
How did the idea for it come about?
Well, my parents encouraged me to always try and volunteer and give back, and so throughout college I would, visit elementary schools, visit middle schools and hospitals and things like that. And it's an eye-opening experience because growing up in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, two parents, happy household, very fortunate to have been given every opportunity I wanted. If you wanted to play a sport, you got to play that sport. There wasn't much worry growing up in a middle-class family. It wasn't, hey, can we afford to play? It was just, oh, you want to play basketball after school? Go ahead, play basketball. And one day I went to visit a middle school and I was having a chat with the teacher out while the kids were playing out in the yard. And she was telling me a story, and she pointed out one of the boys, and she said, yeah, he actually last week just robbed one of his neighbors after school with a screwdriver. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She was like, well, he gets home from school at 3, and his mom doesn't get home till 5. So there's a 2-hour window where he's home by himself, and that's kind of when he gets into the trouble. And I said, well, don't you guys have, something he can do after school, sports or music, anything? And she said, no, budget cuts have kind of forced us to not have any programs. So in my mind, that was kind of that moment where I was like, man, these kids are behind the 8 ball from the start, and they don't even know they're behind the 8 ball. So the one thing I never wanted to do was have kids suffer because we as adults couldn't pay for opportunity. So we started the foundation when I was a junior at Wisconsin. We had to jump through.
But it's not like you guys had a ton of money at the time either. No. It's not like even the year your parents paid for college before you got your scholarship. I mean, it's not like they could just throw money at you. So money was middle class. Money was still tight. So like, how did you pull it off then?
Well, now that I'm a grown adult and I realize how finances and everything works, I can't believe that my parents allowed us to do as many things as we did as a kid, because I now see how much they sacrificed and how many things they gave up so that we could have opportunities. So now as an adult, I feel terrible, when I was done playing hockey because we couldn't afford it anymore, that I cried, and I feel like I caused my parents pain because they wanted me to play hockey, they just couldn't afford it. And now I look back and I'm like, I can't believe you let me play as long as you did. So I'm very thankful for them for that. But then when we started the foundation, it was just all about using the platform that I had. I played at Wisconsin, and we had a great fan base at Wisconsin, and the goal was to go to the NFL and play in the NFL, and obviously you're going to have a platform there, but I didn't know how long it would last, but I just wanted to use the platform I had to make a difference, because I'm fortunate. You play in the NFL, you get to make money to play a game. I wanted to use this platform for more than just going out there on Sundays and tackling people.
What are your goals with the foundation?
We have far exceeded any goal I've ever had for it. When we first created the foundation, it was my mom, myself, and one of my high school buddies, John. And we were in my basement filling out the paperwork to start a 501c3 and all that. And on the paper it said, how much money do you think you'll raise in the first 3 years? And we kind of all looked at each other like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a junior at Wisconsin. I can't donate any money in. I don't have any money. And we just kind of like, can you imagine if we raised $100,000 in 3 years? Like, that would be incredible. It'd be nuts. And we have raised over $2 million. And we're only 5 years in now. So it is incredible. I'm so thankful. And the bigger it gets, the more responsibility there is. And we all know that the more success that I can have on the field, the bigger the foundation grows, the more kids we can help. So my mom helps take a lot off of my plate so that I can continue to be top-notch on the field, and then we can affect more kids' lives because of it. So my mom is absolutely the best.
What's the best example of a school you've helped through the foundation?
We've done everything. I just visited 2 weeks ago, a couple schools that we helped. You do everything from something as simple as a jersey, just a kid being able to put on a new jersey that's not been handed down for 25 years. He puts on that jersey, has a number on it at the school, and he takes pride in it. He goes out there and he wants to make that jersey proud, and he feels like he's a part of something bigger than himself. And then we've done everything from basketball hoops to wrestling mats to volleyball nets, softball, everything. So we're really trying to make sure that we help everybody out, and as much as we can, give those kids an opportunity. Now, we can't guarantee success. We can't guarantee that those kids are going to go on to be successful. But what we can do is make sure that they're not deprived of the opportunity to be successful.